suddenly becomes a battle for the podium.
Exactly that. So then, through first students, Hakim Danish and Brian Ariarte, apparently.
Yeah, but of course, qualifying as well, but obviously got things sorted now because he's battling with the
ultra-fast right-handers on this beautiful back section of the Circuito de Jerez.
Of course, you know, they're following him through there, and that's fair enough, but they don't really get the 7 of Beñat Fernandez.
Zen Mitani, the number 34 Asia Talent Cup champion. Angel Nieto, steeps in so much history, isn't it? I mean, we do love coming here to
see what the 16-year-old Indonesian did to pass them.
No.
You know, that was the trick bit, not going through there.
Champion started 23rd on the grid. He is up into 13th now, so he's a real big beneficiary. The opener of the Red Bull Rookies Cup every year. It's so spectacular.
It is indeed, and you know, it's virtually flat out, but actually getting up the inside of them. How did he manage that?
Beñat Fernandez falls way back down the order to 12th place, unfortunately, in the final corner. Must have run.
The circuit's got so much to offer. It really is a superb test of these young men.
Yeah, quite. Well, it's all changed as well for Pratama this year because he's joined the junior and wide there. But yes, Mitani, Japan, this is probably the most exciting.
Hard on the brakes now, and it still is Veda Pratama that leads from Brian Ariarte and Hakim Danish.
Moto3 World Championship with the junior talent team. He's living over in Barcelona. Rider to come out of the Asia Talent Cup for you lot since won a certain Tayo Furusama.
With nobody out of these 3 showing that they've got a little bit extra. Of course, Veda he came to
Spain at the moment. I think he's even going to an international school there as well. I saw him and a couple of others coming out.
Yeah, and Zen, he was another one of those who made a mess of qualifying, and that is why he started on the 8th row through the pack and caught them. But he's been at the front, he's been unable to break away. Maybe he's going to try again.
School and his Instagram stories the other week, so he's doing the full rounds, about 15 race weekends
for the grid. He was much quicker in the free practice sessions.
Well then, Peter, we have Spain leading the... Well, this is a replay into turn 1. Pratama looking very for him this year, combined with the junior GP. That'll do him a world of good.
And Brian Ariarte is
Malaysia leading Indonesia. Veda Pratama is well and truly on the case. Very neat indeed. I mean, what I was saying earlier, Peter, about him doing the Junior World Championship this...
Seen the fact that Veda is splitting here. We're not even half distance yet. We're just coming up to half distance. And Veda...
Ace, isn't he?
Yeah,
chasing down the leading duo.
And he's going to pick up a double slipstream in a minute, isn't he?
He came here and he really did spectacularly well in Rookies Cup. This was the only series he was...
A split. He's taken about a 10 bike length lead, and Brian doesn't want to see him. He says, there's the usually, as he already is, he'll get sucked into those 3. He was super late on the brakes of the first lap. I want
racing in Europe last year, whereas now with junior GP as well as Pratama and Ariarte go...
The usual, get in behind me. Let's just see whether Hakim Danish follows the script, if he's going to do the same thing again. Can he go from 3rd to 2nd to 1st?
We have not seen, and it's very wide indeed. Goodness me! Boys! That was not necessary. Good, great.
And gets in behind him as they go after
the Indonesian rider battling at the front of Rookies Cup like this and being this sort of exciting since Mario Ace.
Yeah,
good gracious me.
If you're going to exceed track limits, exceed track limits.
You might as well do a bunny hop with it.
Pratama, and Ariarte is closing down. It's a 10 bike lengths lead. It's back to about 2 now.
She was Super Mario, and that little pint-sized rocket he was several years ago now, but Pratama... Well, Brian.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I mean, with the extra experience here in Europe, living over here, understanding the culture... Yeah, exactly that. Well, the action behind, we're not seeing too much of it at the moment, but he's all over the back now of Hakim Danish. This is really great to see. Actually, because that does impact their performance on track as well, Peter, doesn't it? How strong is Veda Pratama going to be? Really is all action down to about 11th place, 12th place, even 13th place, I think, actually.
Absolutely superb stuff. Now, he didn't fly past them on the brakes. He wasn't quite close enough on that lap.
All season long, I think Indonesia and Malaysia, mind you, with Hakim Danish in his 3rd year. Vitali and Plonk there, because Christian Daniel Jr. crossed the line in 6th position. He's now...
but he's going to be close now on the run in down to the final tight left-hander.
I'd be very, very excited indeed about their future prospects.
Absolutely, these guys are the class act.
I've been pushed all the way back to 11, so clearly it's all action behind. I've got to say, actually, you know, TV
to end lap 3, these guys are super quick pace, aren't they? You know, and it's Brian Uriarte, the local hero, who's the one who looks most rattled at the moment.
Direction are listening in. I'd definitely like to get a look at positions 4 down to. Would like to make a correction of myself as we see Veda Pratama going up the inside. Then he's, well, that's not normally
as witness that bit of grass cutting that he did just before.
I mean, that's the biggest bunny hop I've seen. 13, I reckon, because this is all very interesting, but it's a bit follow the leader. Clearly, the big chunks being taken. Place to overtake, is it? Goodness me.
No.
Sorry, Peter, I was going to correct myself. We said that Singapore went down in Rookies Cup in some years, so, you know, we'll have to, I'm sure Red Bull will sort out a video of that and do the little measurement of taking out of these KTM production machines is happening behind this leading trio.
Yeah, that's right. So we've still got
opening crash. It wasn't him, it was actually Lucas Brown, so our live timing was entirely wrong of how far off the ground he actually went. Incredible.
He clearly doesn't have, you know, half a second up his slip. Veda Pratama leading, but they're, you know, they're lapping now at the 140, low 149s. But
I'm not sure what happened there, but Singapore unfortunately started sick, down in 21st.
Yeah, so maybe for anything like that, does he? You know, all these guys have shown one way or another that they're very much on the limit. And Hakim's pole time was 148.2, over, you know, a second quicker. Maybe he was involved in that. Anyway,
maybe he was the rider that went wide or something over the gravel.
Right, so Veda up.
Actually, as intelligent as Brian is he any more or less intelligent than, you know,
than they're now going?
Well then, we've also got the number 77
the inside, no, on the Uriarte. No, he can't do it, but he's got past Hakim.
Pratama and Hakim Dinesh in terms of his racecraft. I think this lot are all pretty level, to be honest. Martinez there, here we are. So this is that battle for 4. Brilliant. Look at this. I mean, Carter Thompson
managed the pole man, and Veda now sitting in a very threatening looking second place behind Brian.
They're pretty smart, crafty lads already.
That's right, and I think the great thing is Hakim
leads them. You've got Fernandez behind them, Morelli there, Pugliese, the old sparring partners for the
Uriarte. And of course, Pratama set the fastest lap for the race so far in taking that. Has learnt so much. You know, he was self-critical in year 1 and year 2. He knew he made mistakes.
European Talent Cup, now in the Junior GP Moto 3 series, goes all the way back to
second position.
This is pretty fascinating, Peter. I mean, we're not seeing anything like this in Rookies Cup with a trio breaking.
And he did do that. He learnt things the hard way, but he has, you know, stashed that 2 years of experience.
Guillaume Plante, who's back again for a 3rd season. Away at the start of the race for quite some time, I would say. I'm surprised to see Pooh
experience away in that head of his, and looks like he's making good use of it.
Poor Rammersdorfer, who started 3rd, finds himself in 11th.
Yeah, and then